So if you have a really small ad budget for your Facebook ads, but you want to get the biggest results possible, then there are primarily two different things that you can do. The first thing is maximize your budget that you do have. Now you might think you have a set amount of money, you could spend up to $500, or maybe it's less than that, maybe it's only $200, or maybe it's a lot more than that. Whatever it is, you might think you have a set amount that you can spend on those ads. Now that is true if it's going to take you a while to turn the leads that you get from your ads into paying customers. If it's going to take you a year to start returning that profit that you get from the ads, then you do have a very set amount of money to spend on your ads. But if you can do something to increase your ad budget, then you can obviously get a lot better results. So specifically, what you can do immediately to increase your ad budget is by adding a tripwire into your funnel. So the process from when a potential customer first sees your ad all the way up to when they make that big sale, maybe they buy your course or they invest in your service, whatever it is, if you can add a step in between where they buy some small thing right away, that can really help to counterbalance your ad budget and give you a lot more money to be working with and to be spending on ads. That can make your advertising go a lot further. So for example, when you run your ad and your ad goes to, let's say, a landing page or a blog post, okay, especially if it's going to a landing page though, and they are getting something for free, some sort of free opt-in offer, okay, maybe they're getting a free checklist or something like that. After they sign up for your free thing, they are taken to a thank you page. And if you can put something right there on that thank you page that is a low cost, high value offer, something that a lot of people would really want to jump on, then you can recoup a lot of your advertising expenses. So maybe you are giving away a checklist, and then on the thank you page, you're promoting a 1-hour workshop for $20 or for $27 or $35. Okay, so a low price point that people aren't going to have to spend a lot of time thinking about before they decide to invest. It can be kind of an impulse buy, but something that you know that they'll want if they wanted that checklist. So if they wanted your workbook or your checklist or your worksheet, okay, you can logically figure out what is the next thing that they are really going to want. If they want a Facebook ads checklist, maybe they want a Facebook Pixel training course. Or if they wanted your puppy potty training, what do you call that? House training workshop video, then maybe they want the list of supplies that they need to train their dog. Okay, so whatever it is, you can figure out what that logical next step is. You can price it really affordably and give a high value and recoup a lot of your advertising expenses. The other way you can do it, if you don't want to be quite so pushy and sell something to them right after they first opted in, is you can put that tripwire offer into one of the first emails that you send them. For example, they opt in for my Facebook ads checklist, and then I start sending them some emails. First, I send them obviously the checklist itself, then I send them an email that's like, hey, by the way, my name's Gillian, yada yada, here's a little bit about me. And then in the third email, maybe I present some options to them. I say maybe you're a small business owner, or maybe you're a marketer, and I have them click one of the links, and then they get taken to a page where they have an offer, or maybe it's in the next email. So somewhere right in the beginning of your funnel, right when you're first starting to work with this lead and you've just made this first contact, if you can get them to buy something right away, not only is that going to really increase your ad budget, but also it's going to establish right away that they are someone who is interested in buying, so that you don't spend weeks or months working with them, talking to them, calling them, whatever it is that you do to make your sales, only to find out that they were never interested in buying anything in the first place. Having that first successful transaction where they give you money and you give them something that is high value really helps to set the tone for the rest of the relationship with them, and it increases their trust in you in a way that you never could by just giving them tons of free stuff. Because it shows them that you're trustworthy, that they can pay you for something and you will give them even more than they expected. So the second main thing that you want to keep in mind if you are running your Facebook ads on a small budget is to get the most out of the money that you do spend. So however much you spend, whether it ends up being $500 or $1,000, you want to be able to get the biggest bang for your buck. And to do that, you need a really solid funnel strategy. You need to have a set sequence of advertising campaigns that you run through Facebook that give you the best results. And I like to use a 3-campaign system. The first campaign is just to get your audience to know you a little bit so that you're not targeting cold traffic. The better someone knows you, the more likely they are to click on your ad, opt in, or buy something. So if you can get people to know you a little bit more, then Facebook will be able to get you much better results and not have to show your ads to so many people, which means your ads will end up being cheaper. So let me show you what I mean. If you are targeting cold traffic, then you might have to show your ad to 1,000 people before a single one of them buys. In fact, you might even have to show it to about 10,000 people. And so those clicks and those actual successful transactions are going to be really expensive. Facebook is going to charge you a premium for them because they had to show that ad to so many people. But if you warm up the audience first, you give them a piece of high quality content, you promote a blog post or a video, something that they can get to know you a little bit and they learn to recognize your face and realize that they can trust you, that you have good quality information, then they are going to click and purchase much more easily. So Facebook might only have to show your ad to 100 or 500 people to get you a successful sale, which means that Facebook will give you those clicks and those sales at a much lower price because they don't have to show your ad to so many people and take up so much advertising space. Okay, so for phase 1, you do a first campaign that is a get to know you campaign. It's just for visibility and it's just to give your brand a little bit of exposure. And inside of that campaign, you have a traffic or an engagement objective when you're setting up the campaign, and you are promoting a long form piece of content like a blog post or a video. Okay, now moving on to the second phase, which is the second campaign in your whole advertising set. And in the second campaign, you're going to be promoting an opt-in offer. That means that you're promoting a free piece of content that your audience would really want, that in exchange they give you their email address for. So this is one of those free checklists or workbooks or maybe a video training series, something like that, something small, digestible, something that they will really want. And it's not going to be the complete system, it's not how to make $1 million and it's not how to train your dog from start to finish. It's nothing like that. It is the first step or maybe an early step, kind of early middle. So it might be setting up your Facebook pixel or it might be potty training your dog. One of those first things, maybe it's how to start knitting or how to knit this hat or something like that, okay? Something that would be a first step for a person who's a beginner or who will be eventually interested in the big product that you want to sell. Where are they right now? What could you give them that would help them right now? Put that in a really easy to digest format like a single video or a one-page cheat sheet, something like that. And then you're promoting this with a traffic or conversion campaign. So the objective on the campaign is to get people to actually sign up for your list. And into that first campaign that you do and into the second campaign, you want to spend about 30 to 40% of your advertising budget for each of those campaigns. So like I said, this is a 3-campaign strategy and you are going to be dividing your campaign budget pretty evenly between these 3 different campaigns. Okay, so now that you've done your second campaign, which by the way, you'll want to be targeting the people who saw your first ads. You're retargeting those people who liked your post previously or who clicked on your blog post or who watched your video. You're retargeting those people with now your lead magnet. Even if they didn't sign up the first time, even if they went to your blog post and maybe they saw your different services and stuff and they didn't end up clicking on anything or signing up for anything, you're going to retarget those people and you're going to show them that lead magnet, that opt-in offer that is free. Now we move on to the third phase, which is obviously a third campaign. Once again, you're going to be spending about a third of your advertising budget on this campaign. And this is kind of when your cart opens or when you start selling something, it's actually promoting your product or your service that you want to sell. And you are, again, retargeting the people who interacted with your first 2 campaigns because that audience is now very warm. They know who you are, they've seen your face, they know a little bit about you, and they probably have developed a little bit of trust for you because they have had some interactions with you and they've had time to digest some of your content and they've seen that you know what you're talking about. So now when you're retargeting those people with that third set of ads, you are able to get a lot better results from those people. They're a lot more likely to click, which again means Facebook is going to charge you a lot less money for their clicks because Facebook has to show your ads to such a smaller audience in order to get you those clicks. Okay, so that is pretty much the 3-step sequence that I want you to use for getting the most out of your Facebook ads budget. This is what I use for all of my Facebook ads clients whenever they have a smaller budget, or really whatever size their budget is, because we always want to get the most for our money, right? And then the final thought that I'll leave you with is that as you are going through that final phase, that final campaign in your Facebook ads series, at this point you have a lot of leads, right? You have people who've gotten their email address, and those are people who you can additionally reach out to, so that you're not just getting conversions from that third advertising set, but you can actually be emailing the people who you interacted with and who you got their contact information during your second campaign, and you can be getting more conversions without having to pay for the ads. So just to recap everything, first of all, you want to be using some sort of tripwire, some sort of low price product to be increasing your ad budget as much as possible. All of the profits that you get from that lead magnet, be reinvesting them into your ad budget so that you have more money to get more advertising. Then you want to use a 3-step funnel where first you're using a campaign to get exposure, then you're using a campaign to get leads, and then finally you're using a campaign to drive sales. And then finally you want to be combining that with email marketing so that you get the most sales for the smallest amount of money. So I hope you found this really helpful. I know that was a ton of information all in one video, and this was kind of a crash course in Facebook ad strategy. Obviously, I'm not teaching you in this video how to actually run the ads themselves. We can do more videos like that in the future where I'm actually showing you inside of Power Editor and inside of the Facebook Ads Manager so that you can see how to run the ads themselves. But today's video is just about the strategy of how to get the most bang for a small advertising buck. So if you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up so that I know that you appreciated it and other people can find it more easily. And please subscribe if you haven't already. I upload new videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and if you're interested in learning more about entrepreneurship and how I make money online, then I would definitely love to have you join me for my next videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about the exact funnels that I run for my marketing clients, then click the link down below. It'll take you to this page where you can grab my Smart Funnel Playbook, and this is a visual guide to all of my favorite funnels that I use with my clients. You can just enter your information here to download it instantly. Then click the Download Now button, and you will immediately be able to download the playbook where you can find all of my favorite funnels. Each of them is for a different type of product, so whether you're selling a big ticket digital product or just a small affordable digital product, or if you sell services or coaching, whatever you sell, there is a funnel here that will work perfectly for your business. So if you're interested in building a smart marketing system for your business, your online business, then click that link down below and go check it out.